There was one story that was so disturbing, so dark. Even the news couldn't handle it.
In our editorial discussions this morning, we were asked not to show the image from this video because of its violent and disturbing nature.
Video, which we are intentionally choosing not to show you.
We're not going to show because of how disturbing it is.
I was extremely disturbed to see this.
Horrible, horrible, violent imagery.
Violent and dehumanizing imagery.
We're only going to show you a clip of this briefly.
All right, that's enough. Let's take it down.
I didn't get to see it at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because Jon Stewart just set the internet on fire with a brutal takedown of MSNBC. In an era where media bias seems to dominate the airwaves, Stewart exposed the hypocrisy and selective outrage that networks like MSNBC have mastered. From overblown headlines to avoiding uncomfortable truths, he didn't just call them out. He dismantled their narrative with precision. Before we dive into Stewart's fiery critique, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications for more hard-hitting content. Subscribed? Awesome. Let's break this down. It all started with a viral segment on MSNBC, where hosts refused to show a specific image, claiming it was too disturbing and dehumanizing for viewers. Naturally, this piqued everyone's curiosity. What could be so horrific that even the news wouldn't show it? Was it footage of a global tragedy? Images of war-torn cities? No. It was a doctored photo of President Joe Biden tied up on the back of a truck. Yes, you heard that right. A satirical image posted on Donald Trump's Truth Social account was deemed too horrifying for television. The media's reaction? Hysterical, overblown, and dripping with faux outrage. "We can't show this to our audience," they said. But Jon Stewart? He wasn't buying it. And neither are we. Stewart didn't waste any time pointing out the hypocrisy. He reminded everyone that these same networks have aired footage of war zones, natural disasters, and even the infamous Kathy Griffin photo holding a severed Trump head. Those were apparently fair game. But a poorly photoshopped image of Biden? That crossed the line. He called it for what it was: selective outrage. According to Stewart, this wasn't about protecting viewers. It was about pushing a one-sided narrative. By sensationalizing trivial stories like this, the media distracts from real issues and undermines its own credibility. "This isn't journalism," Stewart said. "It's performance art, and the audience deserves better."
This has got to be devastating. News channels show images from Ukraine, from Gaza, from natural disasters. They get through them dispassionately. I can't imagine how devastating this footage must be.
Former President Donald Trump shared a video, this one, on his Truth Social account featuring an image of President Joe Biden hogtied on the back of a pickup truck.
That's what was so disturbing and dehumanizing. You wouldn't show it on television, and an airbrushed Biden decal on the back of a truck. Aren't you the same networks that show reruns of 9/11 every year? I mean, I don't think it's great that Trump is posting things like this, but it's not like people really think Joe Biden was tied up in the back of the truck.
Stewart didn't just stop at the Biden photo. He broadened his critique to the larger issue of media bias. He argued that networks like MSNBC often frame stories to fit their preferred narrative, even if it means exaggerating or omitting key details. Take this Biden image, for instance. Was it tasteless? Sure. But was it worthy of the media frenzy it caused? Absolutely not. Stewart pointed out that the same networks crying foul over this satirical post have no problem airing inflammatory content when it suits their agenda. He even cracked a few jokes, saying, "If you think Joe Biden is actually tied up on the back of a truck, maybe you shouldn't be driving in the first place." The audience laughed, but the message was clear. The media's priorities are out of whack. This incident isn't just about one image or one network. It's a symptom of a larger problem. Stewart highlighted how media outlets on both sides of the political spectrum have become more interested in pandering to their base than reporting the truth. MSNBC isn't alone in this. Stewart called out conservative networks for their own bias, but his main focus was on the hypocrisy of those who claim to be neutral while clearly favoring one side. He urged viewers to think critically, question what they see, and avoid falling into the trap of media manipulation. Don't let them dictate how you think, he said. The truth is out there. You just have to look for it.
Doctored image, but it's plastered on the tailgate of the pickup truck. So if you're driving behind it, it would appear as if Joe Biden were actually restrained on the vehicle's flatbed.
If you think that's really Joe Biden tied up on the back of the pickup truck, I don't know that you have the mental acuity to be operating a motor vehicle. But if you do think that, I should also probably explain to you that trucks also don't actually have testicles. It's just a novelty item. And that it's not as though when an F-150 and a Silverado love each other very much, they get one of these. It's not. What is going on?
Jon Stewart's takedown of MSNBC is a wake-up call for anyone who consumes media. It's a reminder that we should demand better from the outlets we trust to inform us. Whether it's sensationalizing a meme or avoiding uncomfortable truths, the media's credibility is at stake, and it's up to us to hold them accountable. So, what do you think? Did Jon Stewart hit the nail on the head, or is this just another overblown media feud? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more no-nonsense commentary on the stories that matter. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.